technically, if you look at it, a Muslim should not be attached to anything other than Allah. Aurangzeb used to claim that he only lived off the writings. He used to copy Qurans and he used to stitch prayer hats and prayer caps that Muslims wear, the skull cap. Tomb was political when it was put up in the first place. He was making a statement of feigned simplicity to align with a more austere interpretation of Islam. You could not get anything done in the Mughal court without taking a very substantial gift, which in this day and age would be called a bribe for the emperor. It was demonstrative simplicity. You know, it's like a certain gauche industrialist's wife who goes around proclaiming their simplicity on every TV show around. This is, Aurangzeb used to claim that he only lived off the writings. He used to copy Qurans and he used to stitch prayer hats and prayer caps that Muslims wear, the skull cap. And he used to claim, well, he still claims really, that all his personal expenditure was just that from the sale of the book and the skull caps. The problem, of course, is that one of those copies made by the emperor used to sell for insane prices. It was essentially a money laundering scheme. Same with the skull cap. This is exactly what the Mamta Banerjee painting scandal was. I'm yet to meet anybody who says Mamta Banerjee's paintings are very good, but they sold for insanely high amounts, just like Hunter Biden's paintings. Hunter Biden's paintings were selling for $30,000-$40,000. Today, he's not even getting $0 for them after he crashed. So, you know, this was one of those schemes, and people don't realize this in context. You could not get anything done in the Mughal court without taking a very substantial gift, which in this day and age would be called a bribe for the emperor. And by the way, this is the entire period of the Sultanate we're talking about. If you want something from the emperor, you have to take something to the emperor. All right. So this story about, oh, you know, he was a very simple man. It was, simple Sudha. I only carry my spoon and I only eat, curd rice with a little vegetable on the side. This performative simplicity, it doesn't really cut it. Look, that tomb was political when it was put up in the first place. He was making a statement of feigned simplicity to align with a more austere interpretation of Islam. Now, technically, if you look at it, a Muslim should not be attached to anything other than Allah. Okay, and this is where I think the VHP and the average Wahhabi Salafi are on the exact same page. You know, the first thing the Al Saud family did when they took control of Saudi Arabia, specifically Mecca, was to destroy every single gravestone and tomb in the Jannat al-Baqi, which is where all the caliphs and all the great names of Islam are buried. They destroyed the Prophet's mother's house. They destroyed his family house because they said, this is idolatry. You're meant to concentrate on the message, not on the man, not where he lived, not where he's buried, etc., 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 etc. So they were very puritanical about this. They went ahead doing it. And this is technically the exact interpretation that our man Aurangzeb believes in. So he first of all violated his own belief system. And today, if you're a religious Muslim, you should actually be supporting what the VHP and BJP are doing, demanding the removal of that tomb. It is not only the BJP VHP thing to do, it is also the correct Muslim interpretation of what to do with that tomb. The third aspect of all of this is the fact that I personally oppose it, because it's very important to remember what this man did. And to quote Field Marshal Manekshaw, I would much rather have a statue of me. I would much rather not have a statue of me and passers-by ask why there isn't a statue of me, rather than have a statue of me and people ask, who is he? It's very important we remember who Aurangzeb was, what he did, So I actually differ from the BJP VHP point of view on this. I think he had a very fair idea that future generations would remember him very, very differently. He went out of his way to polarize even during his own lifetime, right? You read the Alamgiri, for example. There is absolutely no doubt in anybody's mind who reads it that this is a man who did not care for the approval of Hindus and whose only appeal was to satiate particularly radical Muslims even by the standards of today or that day. So he almost in a sense engineered what was going to happen. You then hear all these post facto concoctions. The most common post facto concoction you hear is that, Aurangzeb employed more Hindus in his government than any other Mughal before or after him. The problem is when you start searching for the reference for that particular point, you just can't find it. It becomes a circular reference, wild goose chase, where it's chicken or egg. What came first, the chicken or the egg, the chicken or the egg, the chicken or the egg? I have still not been able to find the original source of that particular statistic.